Well, Matt Wentz, it's like a calendar getting ready for a holiday or just any day you're looking forward to. You've been preparing us for a long time, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are. You know, with weather technology now, I mean, we can see out accurately 7 to 10 days, so when things finally get here, it's like, oh, finally, But I think a lot of us this afternoon are going to say, well, I kind of wish it wasn't a finally. Live look outside right now. We're good downtown. We've got visibility issues to get you going here on this Wednesday morning outside of downtown. There's some really dense fog around. We've got dense fog advisories as well. We'll get to that in a second. But first things first, we've got a weather impact alert day that kicks in this afternoon into the evening hours. It'll go all the way through Friday at this point. What does that mean? Are we hyping things up? No, that's not the case. It just means you're going to be impacted by the weather. A lot of times you're not, but boy, this afternoon you're certainly going to feel it. So I want to give you the heads up. Today what happens is we're going to get hit like this with wind, rain, and a temperature drop this afternoon. It's all with a sharp cold front that's pushing in. If you're waiting for snowflakes, which I know a lot of maybe the kids waking up watching this morning are like, when's it going to snow? Tomorrow is when the snow hits, and we're just going to have scattered snow throughout the area tomorrow. I don't expect anything to stick, at least initially. We'll have some surprises after that. We're at 48 at Hopkins right now. The dew point's real close to that. That tells you you've got saturation of the air, aka fog, which we do have issues outside, especially when it's a little bit cooler as you get away from the lakeshore. A lot of 40s out there. Here's your fog, and here's where it is, and here's where it isn't. It's not near the lakeshore, but you get down into Ravenna, Portage County, Akron, Canton. The airport probably going to have delays down there this morning. Worcester, areas of Wayne County dealing with dense fog, and it kind of curls around to Lorain County. Real dense as you get into Lorain County and eastern areas of Erie and Huron counties, and the islands themselves dealing with some dense fog. Isabel was showing some of those cameras earlier. Real thick fog around. We've got calm wind. Well, that's recipe for fog, especially where we have the clearing skies. That wind is going to ramp up as we go throughout the afternoon, as I mentioned. As we get to 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, expecting gusts to approach 40 miles per hour, and then we're going to stay on the windy side through the rest of the day. The cold air still well off towards the west. Chicago's still at 50, so we've got some time, right? But here's the cold air as that area of low pressure we talked about yesterday went west, and now it's grabbing and it's coming east, and there'll be a new low that develops over the Great Lakes. All of this is pulling this cold air eastbound, and it's going to come gushing in here this afternoon, and again, it's going to hit real quick. National Design-Mart hour-by-hour forecast, we've got a lot to cover on here, so let's get to it. Fog will last through about 9 or 10 o'clock. It should start to get progressively better once that sun comes up. We'll be dry and mild. Look at this at noon. We're up near 60. What a beautiful day, right? Well, here comes the harbinger of change with this rain moving in. 2, 3, 4 o'clock is when it's expected to come in. When it does, notice the winds go from nothing to something. We'll have gusts over 40 at times. Temperatures go from 60 down into the 40s by evening. Once the rain clears out, we should quiet down. That low will be wrapping up towards our north. So I expect a fairly quiet night. It will be cold. It'll be gusty in terms of the wind speed, but nothing really out of order in terms of your morning commute tomorrow. Once that low starts to wrap back in, though, we'll start to create some snow showers tomorrow morning. I do not expect impacts to your Thursday morning commute outside of snowflakes flying around, all right? Once we go throughout the day, we'll have scattered snow showers around. I don't expect much to stick during the day tomorrow. Not really a big deal, just kind of breezy tomorrow. Winds won't be out of control. We'll have snowflakes flying. Tomorrow evening, once the sun sets, though, we'll start to turn on Lake Erie. And you know what that does this time of year. We'll likely get some heavier rates of snow coming off the lake tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. Notice temperatures have dropped below freezing. Tomorrow night into Friday morning, that's when I think we'll have some impactful travel around with a slushy accumulation, maybe a couple inches with that. A lot of this will turn to rain near the lakeshore as we start to warm things up. But notice Friday, we're dealing with rain and some snow around. How much? Well, we could see a couple inches in spots. Again, don't focus on the spots quite yet. We're just looking at trends at this point. But again, a couple slushy inches, and that would be waking up on Friday morning, nothing tomorrow. Weather impacts, again, today, tomorrow, and then on into Friday for that lake snow finally changing over to rain. All right, I want to fast forward briefly to our travel next week. Very active pattern continues. Once we get this low out of here, Saturday we'll have rain. That's finally giving way to drier weather. All indication is next week we're going to turn cooler for Thanksgiving. We've got some rain coming off the lake, and this is the Euro model, keeping us kind of wet with some rain and snow around here. But the GFS model, we have to keep an eye on that. It has a big snowstorm coming through here on Thanksgiving, so forecast confidence next week is on the lower side. There's your Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast. Browns game looks fun. 40s into the weekend, and then next week turning colder with some snow around for Thanksgiving. Dave?
All right, Matt, thank you.